What's up, everyone, and welcome to Gabe Develasco's radio talk show. It's a pleasure to have anybody listening here as they hear me ramble on about what's going on in the world and how people feel, how I feel, things of that nature. And this is the first time I ever really do this to where I'm going to publicize this. So I hope I don't sound too gloomy or whatnot. I'm trying to keep quiet because my mom is trying to sleep. But here goes. So reasons for me doing this is because I feel like whenever I'm around people that are having problems and I talk to them, we talk on a very deep level. And I like doing that sort of stuff. Kind of like how a psychiatrist or a psychologist talks to their patients. Now, the reason why I say this is because, it's not something that I want to be when I grow up or leave the house or whatnot, but I just like helping people. I just like when people hear what I have to say, hear me talk, for example. But one thing is for sure, I know there's people out there that are having a tough time. And that's where I'm going to begin right now. Currently, right now, I'm having a pretty hard time. I broke up with my girlfriend of 1 year, which is the longest I've ever been in a relationship in. And we just been giving each other a lot of problems, a lot of craziness, something that I'm not going to display on my first ever talk show. But I will say this, we cause a lot of problems between us to each other, which is obviously not good. And for people out there, please don't judge me, because I bet if you were in a similar situation at one point in time. Anyway, so as the days keeps going of me not being with this girl, bad things start to happen, kind of like karma. And I was feeling very sad. I'm still feeling very sad. But, I'm pushing through it. And it's amazing when you have good people by your side pushing you through things. And I was just feeling very sorry for myself, feeling very sad. I used to be the type of person where I was happy all the time, and I feel like because I was in a relationship with a person who was so depressed, so filled with anxiety, it brushed onto me, and it made me go completely out of whack. And just a couple things today, like, people who I respect having false thoughts of me and misunderstandings and whatnot, and just people getting upset. I used to be the type of person where I wouldn't worry about that type of thing. And I was deemed an asshole. I was deemed somebody who doesn't care about anybody but themselves when I was like that. And I just didn't care. But now it was something that I do. And it's beginning to be a real problem. And maybe people can give me advice on this if I do post it on Facebook. About why I care about what people have to say. That's the main thing. I care about what people have to say, and it's sometimes a good thing and it's sometimes a bad thing. I, for one, right now, I'm not exactly neutral, but I know what's right from wrong. It's surprising because I used to be very well liked because I was So I guess they didn't care what anybody had to say, or I didn't care what I said. I said it anyway. People gave me a lot of respect, and people were very nice to me. And now, all of a sudden, since like high school and stuff, things changed, and just the world got a lot more messed up, a lot more fucked, if you will. I don't know why, I really don't. But anyway, let's see. Like, if I could give anybody a hint of advice on what to do in times like this, I would tell them, sit down and relax, close your eyes, take a deep breath very slowly and empty out your mind, and think about the most important thing that you have going on in your life, and to focus on that, which obviously should be school or work or anything major that you've accomplished and received because you worked so hard for. That's what you should be thinking about, and forget about all the rest. That's what I need to do. Again, you're going to have bumps in the road. You're going to have times where you want to cry, break down, yell, scream because of the things in your life. And you know what? That's okay. That is very much so okay. Okay, it doesn't make you look like a kid. It doesn't make you look like a bitch. It doesn't make you look like, a failure. We are all human. We're not superhuman. We're not Superman. Okay? We all bleed the same thing. And yes, even though some of us are different, we all get exhausted at some point. So if you need to take a break, go ahead and take your break. If you're really passionate about something, don't quit on it. Another thing to go along to that, don't let anybody tell you otherwise. I'll tell you something. Over the weekend, my uncle pulled me aside and he asked me, a bunch of questions about my school. We had a argument and whatnot. We had an argument prior to him asking me this. And he asked me, how long have I been in school? And I told him 3 years. He's like, okay, 3 years. So you have your associate's degree, right? I'm not too sure if I have my associate's degree because my school is kind of weird. I believe the associate's is combined with the bachelor's at my school. I don't know. But I told him no. And he got upset. And he asked me a question. He asked me, he told me this, do not tell me your answer. I want you to answer this for yourself. And now with me, I don't like failing people or failing on people. I don't like to do this. I don't like to do that. I don't like to be a failure. But I answered the question within myself, and what he asked me was, do you feel like right now after 3 years of school, you can go out and ask for a job with what I know? And the answer is no. I answered him no. And I answered myself no, which made me feel like shit. And he said, you're wasting your time then. See, what many people don't realize about me is that I like to consider myself a multi-potentialite, which that means anybody who has different interests and passions and cannot choose one to sustain a career. At least that's like the best way I could put it. You could sustain a career because there are multi-potentialites out there. So I'll reword it. somebody who has many different traits, hobbies, and passions that could be put into a profession. And that's totally me. Currently, right now, I'm studying computer animation and video game art at Digital Media Arts College. And I say it is one of the hardest things, close to doing kung fu and rising up in the ranks. It's one of the hardest things to ever do, because I was the type of kid who was solely forced academics instead of arts, fine arts, and I had ADD, so I did really poorly in school. I couldn't concentrate and whatnot, and I was just like a mess. I was really bad. But when I was put in art, it's like I could create anything I want. But then again, I really didn't think about creating stuff per se. My real thing was video gaming and like making cheat codes for Grand Theft Auto, and I had this dream from when I was like 5 years old and growing up in elementary school. Now, get this. So that was my dream. And as I got older, it turned into something that I would involve myself in video gaming, because it was such a great thing. Like, wow, think about it. Me being a video game designer or a developer. And as I got older, I told my brother this, and my brother put me down. He was one of my first put downs, that I would never amount to anything, that I cannot be a game developer because I'm stupid, I'm young, I'm this, and that. And it was pretty bad, because, why would you put down a little kid who has nothing but his dreams, So I stopped thinking about that, because that really made me sad. And as I got older, I got into a lot more things, and I put video gaming to rest. And what I got into was, shuffling, Melbourne Shuffle, video editing, TV production. Ooh, I really liked that. And broadcast, that was pretty nice. I guess that would coincide with the TV production. Filming movies, sometimes making music. I play the guitar now, so I really love doing that. Love singing. I love doing a lot of things, and if you pay attention to that, that's things that I can make out of a profession. And video gaming was, the last thing. But, I had to make something of myself, because I didn't want to be like my friends, be a bum for the rest of my life, and have my mom take care of me. My brother's already doing that. He's not going to amount to anything until he surprises me. But until that, he's a bum to me. And I was dealt with a situation that is normal, but it's like, damn, if I don't find something quick, I get kicked out of my house. My mom proposed to me said to me that if you don't find something that you want to do before you graduate, you're getting kicked out. So I was like, oh shit, no, so I did that, and I picked video game design, because this is my reason, and you people are going to be like, you fucking idiot, but I said, why the hell not? That's why I'm doing it, I had to pick something quick, and it was the first thing I ever picked, and, it has its perks, it has its pros and its cons, but all in all, it's something what I wanted to do before, and like, hey, if they can do it, I can do it. So I did that, and I got really passionate at that for a while, but you just get burnt out, and you need like some time off. So that's what I'm going to do, take some time off and perfect my skills, so that school life can be easier, and I could prove to my professors that I can do this. I might be like straying off this path, but going back to my uncle, he said like, oh, with this career and you're already 3 years on it, you have nothing to show for it. Quit it, dude. You're not going to make it. And alright, I'm back. I'm sorry about that. My mom woke up and whatnot, but I'm filming this at night, and I'm probably gonna be doing that for a while. This is before I go to sleep. But anyway, talking about my uncle and what he said. It kind of shocked me that he would say that, like, oh, drop whatever you're doing because of like my skill and whatnot. And I just think that's like, really fucked up. So I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do it. I come up over here to West Palm Beach and I hang with my friends, and I tell them my situation and I tell them what happened, and they reassured me to stick with it. And that's what I mean when you have people around you who support you and your goal and your passion. It's all you need in life. Go to them and they'll make you feel better. And it made me feel a little bit better, but I was still sad, like dealing with the breakup and having everybody mad at you and whatnot for no apparent reason. But yeah, tonight was a okay night. I fished and ate fish and whatnot. It was nice. And then I went to my friend's house and chilled with him for a little bit. Huh. But anyway, I used to be such a positive person, and I'm still, I guess, a positive person. You just have bumps in the road that you have to like try to get over, and then you find your way, and it shapes you into who you are. And that's the important thing about bumps in the road and whatnot. But for the people out there who think of giving up, don't give up. Don't. You have your whole life ahead of you. You are the difference in the future, and who knows, you can be the next person that could, for all I know, find the answer to cancer, to beat cancer. You are that person. So don't give up. You don't have any excuse to give up. Okay? And I feel like this is good. I mean, this is what I want people to hear and to realize, to hear me speak about like my problems. I get not exactly my problems, but what I'm facing, and to hear my voice and to say, you know what, he's going through it just fine. I'm going to be just fine with my stuff. And you know what? You can drop a comment in the comment section and I'll try my best to answer it and help whoever out. Granted, I do have school and I had to stick to that. I had to be dedicated to my studying a bunch. And that is the most important thing. But I just wanted to record this so that people can hear this and, not feel discouraged, not feel sad. And hell, this is going to go up on everywhere. YouTube, Tumblr, not Twitter, fuck Twitter. But yeah, YouTube, Tumblr, maybe Facebook. I don't know. but most definitely YouTube. It's going to be on my channel called Gamma123FUL. That's GAMMA123FUL. And my videos will be up there. But anyway, let's talk about like another topic that I guess I'm finally like, seeing eye for eye right now is negativity. Ooh. See, in this world we're all negative. I feel like we all have a negative bone in our body. We all can't be happy 24/7, and a lot of people in this day and age are super, super negative at what it seems like. Like, I cannot believe the amount of people that are so negative. And not only that, but their negativity transforms and it grows to like new levels to the point where people are killing each other. That's crazy. Like, that didn't happen like 10, 20 years ago. Everybody was okay with each other, and if you had beef with somebody else, you would go talk to that person casually, not just assume that you have like beef with this guy and like you go up to him and shoot him. I feel like in this day and age, our generation is very immature, very, very immature, with the whole filming people fighting, bullying one another, killing one another. Like, what is that nonsense? You don't need to go out of your way, kill that person. You don't need to do that all because like he talked to a girl that you like. What kind of nonsense is that? You could civilly talk to the person, and if they did what they did, then deal with it in the most mature way. And it does go on with negativity, because when you're upset and negative all the time, nothing right happens in your life. Nothing goes right. So you honestly have to stop being negative, stop feeling negative, and if there's people that give you negative energy, get away from those people. Hang with people that are full of life, full of inspiration, the way of the future. Those are the type of people that you need to hang out with, because you're not going to get anywhere with any negative body. I have a friend who is like that. One of my best friends, but he does get under my skin when he is negative. He's negative all the time. And I love him dearly, but he needs to cut that out, because he's not gonna get anywhere he wants to go. He's not gonna be successful. He's not gonna want to amount to anything if all he is negative. Like, see, for me, like, I stopped that shit, honestly. I stopped trying to be negative. I stopped trying to feel sorry for myself. And sometimes I do, currently right now I'm feeling sorry for myself, but as I keep talking about it and reminiscing and what happened back then, it's making me go back to the way I used to be. The strong, independent Gabriel that everybody likes. So that's what I'm doing right now. And it's just, you just have to stop and have faith. Believe in that you are going to make it, and act positive, because that is one step quicker to your dreams. Okay, my brother, he is riddled with problems, and he's trying to be an actor. Okay, and look, all he does is make fun of people, be racist, be narcissistic, and a piece of shit. And quite the contrary, I don't consider him my family because he has done a lot of mean stuff to the family. But that's a whole different story. You do not want to be negative. Bottom line, you do not want to be negative, and you do not want to be around anybody who's positive and you shed the negative light. You don't want to be that. If you are, go somewhere else. You do not need to be like that. And if you're sad, it's okay to be sad sometimes. Okay? Honestly, it is. There's people out there that'll help you, and that'll more than help you. They would love to help you. I'm grateful for all the people who have been in my life recently to help me, to get me out of this rut, who have stayed with me till the end, because those are the true MVPs. Those are the true people that you need in your life to be in your life, to stay around you. Those are the people that you need to cherish, not some shadows that pretend like your friend, but when they're there, when you want them there, when you need them there, they're not there for you. I've had some fake friends. Thankfully, the majority of friends that I really truly hang out with are the friends that I had since for 10 years. And I'm grateful to them. So I can't really say that I've had so many people fuck me over, but I've had I have a good share of people who fucked me over tons of times. And people that I see not every day, but once in a while. And listen, having a grudge on somebody is not the way to go, because that's as bad as being negative to the world, let me tell you. Okay? It's just not worth it. Honestly, it's not. So if I were you, again, I would do the meditation thing, because meditating is your best friend. Oh my God. And also tea. Don't forget tea. And if you occasionally do the pots, hey man, more power to you. Okay? Any way that you can relax, to dive deep into yourself and to reevaluate yourself, or to think about yourself, it's really good. There was one time where my ex-girlfriend, she drove me off the wall and I couldn't think and I was a mess. So I told her, listen, I'm going to go take a shower, and I left her be. Right? So, I turned on the shower, let it warm up and whatnot, and I sit down, in the shower, letting the water run down on my head, and I closed my eyes and I emptied my mind. And I thought about anything peaceful, where I want to be, just really cleared my mind of all the negative bullshit, of all the worry, of all the negativity, and when I woke up, my mind was clearer than ever. I was so relaxed. I was so chilled out that I was it looked and sounded like I was high, but no. I was just very relaxed and very chill, and I felt like nothing could bother me, because it was, at that moment, it was just like, what can you say that somebody else hasn't already said, or or what could bother my mind right now once I cleared all the negativity. It felt really good. And I encourage people to do that. Maybe sip some tea while you're at it. Read a good book. Get off of Facebook. Get off of Tumblr. Get off of Twitter. If you use it too much. I know I use it a lot because, well, I love talking to my friends and getting messages from people because I feel like they actually care enough to speak to me. And I feel really happy about that. And I love all my friends. I love all my friends. I love all the people who think of me as a role model, who look up to me. If they look up to me, I want that, because I used to look up to so many people, and I never really wondered if people would ever look up to me. So it's really something nice. So, but quite honestly, maybe even I have to get off of Facebook, because it makes you depressed. Okay, there's a psychology test that tested teenagers or people in general that go on social media networks a lot, and what it causes to the brain. And what they found was something very astonishing, that you will be more depressed the more you go on Facebook and stay on Facebook, constantly. Like, even when you're trying to go into sleep, you have to look at Facebook, and you have to do this, you have to do that. It will make you more depressed. People should interact with each other and go outside and do stuff, but they don't, because we live in this technological world, and that's all we know. That's pretty much right now our bread and butter, excuse me. Pretty soon, like in what, I'll give it like 5 to 10 years, we're not going to have pencil and paper. Everything's going to be on a computer. Pencil and paper right now are like our bread and butter, but we're slowly like losing that. Now it's like Facebook and texting. It's like, what the fuck? But I really want you guys to comment and talk to me about what you think about this first radio talk show thing. It's probably 30 minutes right now. I gotta cut it short. Yeah, it's past 30 minutes actually. So I want you guys to comment on what you feel about negativity, comment about what you feel about sadness, and anything that I talked about. I will try to upload as frequent as possible with new material, and thank you for giving it a listen, because honestly, this really helps me a lot. It makes me feel better about myself. It makes me feel happier. It projects a new image to everybody. Not a lot of people know who I am, so for me, this helps get my image out to people who don't know me, and make the world a better place. All right, and maybe next time you'll get to see like me, like as a person, and maybe some animations. Who knows? But for now, I hope you guys enjoyed this talk. There's so much more to talk about, and that will be in the next video. I'm sorry if it was cut a little bit short, but I will see you guys next time. Please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Have a good one, guys. And remember, stay positive, be happy, and get money. Later.